Drop the beat, Edmund.
What do you mean drop the beat?
Drop the beat. Drop it.
I don't know. I'm not dropping
Oh my
the
god.
beat.
I'll do it myself. Boots and cats and boots and cats and
What the f***
boots
are you
and
doing?
cats and boots and cats. I'm doing a beat. Boots and cats and boots and cats and it's the Emmizzie.
Yeah.
Do that. Yeah, just like that. It's the Emmizzie. That's you.
No.
You're not doing it right.
Yeah.
It's the Emmizzie. Emma's got thighs. We got
You-
4 eyes.
No.
What else rhymes with eyes?
Flies.
Flies? She stank, you got flies.
And we're done. Okay, that's it. If we're out of here. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Emmizzie podcast. My name is Edmund. This is Nicholas. We're just two mans with tens, and we're here to
Talk crap.
Huh?
We are here to talk crap.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something funny to say.
Oh.
You know what's funny though? That you're listening to this and you weren't here Wednesday at 8 p.m. to watch the live version of the episodes. Like how I did that. You like even better if you join the Discord to see when we're gonna go live and to have some chitty chats. Amen.
Yes.
Don't swear within the first
I know.
10 minutes. You said
8.
8. I thought it was 5. Now it's 8.
You know, I think it used to be 8 and it might be 5 now, but I'm not trying to re-upload an episode again and have to go through and edit it and do all that. So we're doing 8.
Okay. I feel like your mic is the right position and mine is just like not where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna just do this because if I don't, I'm gonna keep fiddling with it the whole time.
I feel like it's supposed to be like a little bit below and angled up so that you can like talk and it catches it.
Yeah, but I'm a big fellow.
I'm sorry. So what does that have to do with where your mouth is?
Because you stretch yours out because you're further back because you're little. Let me try it again. How you doing?
I actually am unsure. What happened last week? How was I last week?
I don't know.
What happened last? How am I? I'm
Tubular.
tubular is crazy. Did I write anything about how I am on here? Oh my god, do you guys want to know what happened? This isn't even who am I.
What?
I thought the car was on and that the wheel was just it was broken. I was like, Edmund, the wheel won't turn. Oh my god, it's stuck. He was in the passenger seat. I was like, it's stuck. It's broken. Oh my god, no.
What's sick is that wasn't the first time. That was the first time you did that.
It's like in the moment as it happens, I panic. The car was just what's halfway between off and on. Do you know what I mean? When it's like on enough to turn the windows down, but it's not on enough to like drive.
You had the like. So like. Here's my thing about when you do that. It's like you didn't hear the car turn on, so why did you think it was on? When you turned the key forward to turn it on, it didn't go.
Because that was like before. Like that was a few minutes before. So I don't know that now.
But it happened.
The lights were on in the car, which tells me it should be on. Don't hit my money tree. Don't mess up my money. It's already messed up. Yeah, my bad. It's on standby. Chelsea says in the live chat. The lights were not on in your head though. Alex?
Little dim in there?
Dim
Need a
or just
flashlight?
off?
I don't know. That's for you to answer.
I prefer to just not have any lights on at all.
Okay.
Because for what? Why? It's not my problem. I drive. I get in car. I drive. Anything else that happens in there.
I pick things up and I put them down. That's how you sound.
Yeah. What did Patrick say? Pick things up and put it over there.
Why don't we pick up Bikini Bottom and put it over and push it somewhere else?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of car problems, though, the key fob.
Oh,
That just
my
reminded
God.
me. That happened on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Guys. Oh my God. Guys, you don't understand. On Friday, we went to the gym. And we were just trying to be fit girls, like trying to just do our best to be the best fit girls of the world. You know, summer is upon us. It's warm. And so we're trying to be hot. But guess what?
Chicken butt. Guess why?
Hot girls have car problems. Mm-hmm. They do. Hot girls have car problems. Because they have stomach issues and car problems. Mm-hmm. Well, we leave the gym and my car decides, the key fob decides the battery's just dead. Mm-hmm. It's just dead. Mm-hmm. It's no longer with us. Mm-hmm. And we were like,
fine when we got there.
Fine every day. And just spontaneously was just like, we're actually done. Mind you, the gym closes at 10. Mind you, it's like 9:45. And we were just like, what now? Like, what now? Most people would just go unlock their car.
Why couldn't you?
So when I got my car in 2016, the only key lock, there's only one like actual hard key lock, and it's not on the passenger side. It's not on the back two doors, and it's not on the trunk. It's only on the driver's side, and that's been jammed since I got the car. Yeah, it's been about 8 years of being jammed.
You bought it like
Maybe
that
more.
Jammed, right?
Yeah, it's always been jammed. So
maybe I should look into getting that fixed after this past
it's
weekend.
unfortunate that this is like not the first time. This is my third time this has happened.
Yeah.
But what do? You just keep a battery on you?
I mean, to be fair, you've only done it 3 times. You had the car 10 years. Like,
yeah.
come on.
Like, what am I
Batteries last a
supposed
long
to do?
time. Yeah.
Like, it's so wildly inconvenient. The other 2 times it happened, I was at my own house, so that was fine. But, you know what? I've only done it twice because the last time it wasn't that the key fob batteries were dead. My car battery was dead. So I couldn't even unlock the car. Right. But yeah, so that sucked. But luckily we love the girls who work at the desk and they just like let us hang out until we got it together. Edmund door-dashed a battery for the key fob.
And it worked.
No, it didn't.
Why
Because
didn't it work?
it was I told him the wrong battery. You know, my bad. So then he calls his sister and he's like, can you like go grab us a battery? But then Edmund has the 1990s child idea.
Amen.
The 90s baby came out and was like, hey, I know what to do. Put that, what time are we?
8 minutes.
Put that bitch in the fridge next to the Celsiuses.
Put it deep in the fridge.
Yep. Couple minutes, charge that bitch up. That's what you said. And guess what? We took the battery out and it immediately worked. I remember doing that as a kid. Like when you were playing video games, you would just like, oh shit, my battery's dead. I'm not about to ask my mom. She's going to be mad at me. So I take the batteries out, put them in the fridge or the freezer for a little bit, put it back in your controller and get back to GTA.
And you know what's so funny is that like we've always been told from like the scientists or whatever that there's no like science to back that when you put batteries in the fridge they charge them.
Then why does it happen
Then
every
why
time?
did that? Thank you.
I think propaganda. I think they don't want you to do that because then you would have to buy less batteries. Oh yeah. Economism.
See, Alex says, yeah, the cold temporarily charges the ions or whatever the terminology. See?
Yes.
So I knew something.
Yes.
When I put them batteries in there when I was a kid, it turned the game. I kept playing the game.
Yes, we always used to do it. And then it's like between little rounds in Halo, you would run and you would go and like switch out the batteries like you just would. You'd
Alex
have
said,
rotating
not
batteries.
big battery out for your coin.
For real. They're about to sue us.
For real.
Yeah.
I done cracked the Da
We're
Vinci
just going to like
Code.
disappear because we know something.
And they're gonna put the Energizer Bunny on our headstones.
Okay. Bing, bing, bing. There should be like a horror movie with the Energizer Bunny where he's just like, bitch, bitch.
Somebody falls into or he like puts your
Yeah,
head
like
in
he's the
between
horror guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so how am I? I just had to say those things. I just remembered. I am I am wanted. I am sought after. I am appreciated.
Okay.
Want to know why? Because the other day, Edmund was hungry in the kitchen and I was going to bed and he was like, well, then I'm not going to eat. And I was like, sorry? And he was like, sit with me in the kitchen while I cook. And I was like, I'm tired. It's literally midnight. Don't even give me that face because yes, you did. He was like, sit with me. I go and I lay in the bed. I'm like, grow up. He comes into the bedroom. He doesn't eat. He didn't eat because I wouldn't sit with him in the kitchen.
Yo, what is like? Let's talk about this for a second.
Yeah,
okay?
let's
like,
do it. You're obsessed with me. You're literally obsessed.
What is
giving single white female, but right.
What is your like issue with the truth? Like, why can't you just like
what?
hold on? Like, why can't you? Why do you in truth?
Why you're stuttering because you're trying to deflect from the fact that you were such a baby.
And the truth have such distance between each other at all times.
No, we run parallel because we are together on the same path.
You've never seen that girl a day in your life. That's not what happened.
So what happened?
What happened? You tell me what happened.
What I just said. You wouldn't eat because you didn't want me to be with you in the kitchen. You wanted me to be there with you. You wanted my attention. You wanted my company.
I can't never want the company of a 34-year-old man that can't ride no bike.
What the fuck? What does it have to do with this? And leave my disability out of this.
What you disability?
Yeah, I can't ride a bike at 34, but what does that have to do? You're deflecting. Do not change the subject.
Why you can't ride the bike because you can't reach the pedals?
No, it's because I don't. Fuck you, bitch. It's because I don't trust the two wheels.
You don't trust the floor in the bathroom either, do you?
What?
When your feet dangle from the toilet? Because you keep playing with me, bro. You always playing with me. And then when I had to come here and expose you like this, then I'm the villain in the comments, huh? I'm going to be that. Put the Joker smile on my face right now. When have you ever touched the floor on the toilet? You be taking doo-doos and you come up off the toilet sometimes because your poop go, ooh, and then you fly up in there.
What is happening?
Because play where it's safe.
Okay, the fact that yes, my feet can dangle while I'm on the bathroom or while I'm on the toilet.
Your feet have hang time when you doo-doo is insanity. But I'm crazy because I want my husband to be in the kitchen with me while I'm enjoying a nice, good meal. When I want good couples time together, then I'm doing too much. I'm a baby. Okay, cool. That's what's up. All right, for sure. What's next? What's next? Come on. We got a show to do.
This is slanderous behavior. Why would you bring up that they do? You know, I have never sat on a toilet. Actually, my old house had a short toilet. Yeah, that was the first toilet in history where my feet touched the floor. When I go to my parents' house, they here, I'm on my tippy toes here. Like the balls of my feet are on the floor, but my heels are definitely not. At my parents' house, I'm fully like swinging my feet. Like they do not touch the floor. Like they're just fully like do 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 do. It's really bad. I'm pretty little. I'm pretty short. I am.
You said you must be part British because those boss level roast / insults just be flying out. Because, bro, I be sparing them, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? I don't say I be on my tippy toes, so I get it. I can't understand being that little. Like I know little as a concept.
You know that I put my feet on the tub.
Because you can reach
like a squatty potty. I put my feet on the tub and I just because they're not touching the floor.
No, I'm just playing.
So please, it's not because I need better poops. It's because my feet don't touch the floor. So anyway, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. This was fucked up. This was fucked up behavior out of you. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do now. Like
anyway, we can get to how I'm doing.
Edmund was on one today,
which is great.
Edmund was ready to.
I was on something that because that's my first. We can guess my first topic. I'm doing great, and we're gonna get into
hot topics. Yum.
First topic of the day: how this bitch had me fucked up at work today. Okay, yeah. So without giving away where I work and like too much of what I do, right?
Oh, true. How do you even like?
I figured it out when I was at work earlier after I calmed down.
I can't believe you just did that to me, you fucking bitch.
Yo, bad nigga. Dude. So hear me out, right? I get a call at work today from this auto shop. They're calling me because they want certain information from maybe a customer. So he's asking me these questions about this customer, and I told him, well, because you're not an authorized party on whoever this person account may, because I never got the name of the person he was talking about. Whoever is authorized on this account, you're not one of these people, so I can't give you this information. He didn't like that.
Right.
And so he goes, well, I want to talk to a manager. I say, cool. I put him on hold. I didn't take him to the manager yet because she was busy. Today was a very busy fucking day. So when I came back on, I said, okay, well, she's busy, but like she told me that that's not information that I can give out to you
because you're not
on this account. You're
either.
not a client, and what you're asking for is not something that you can get. Okay, well then you need to. We'll put the manager on. I said, I can't do that, bro. He said, okay, we need to talk to an assistant manager. I said, I can't give you that either. He didn't like none of that. So he's pissed off. He's angry. He's like, well, I'm trying to talk to the customer, and the customer not telling me nothing, and y'all not telling me nothing. Now, before I continue, I will say that maybe I sparked this off because as he's getting irate and mad at me, I did chuckle.
Oh, but when I laugh, when you're mad, it's a problem.
Because you can't laugh at me. I'm your husband. That's not nice to me. I ain't do shit to you. That's disrespectful.
Oh.
That is very disrespectful to laugh at
somebody. I only laugh because you do something to me.
We gonna get okay. Mark that in there. So listen. I chuckle. He goes, "What are you laughing at?" Puts him straight on mute because now you're trying to take this a step that you're not ready to go to, brother. We're going to calm this down a little bit. So I tell my manager, she gets on the phone. He's asking her the same thing. I'm assuming I ain't hear what the fuck they said because I wasn't on the phone call. But all I hear is her saying, no, sir, we can't give you that. We can't give you that. By telling the same thing, she hangs up. He calls back. She picks up the phone. She's going, why would you say that? That's so disrespectful. Like, are you a child? Like, what are you doing? Oh, blah. Like, that's so much. And then she was like, okay, sir, well, I'm going to call the police because that's too far.
And she's such a nice lady.
She's such a nice little white lady. Okay, so that's, so she hangs up. She tells me that this man told her when he called back, suck a dick, bitch, fuck you, fuck, blah, blah, blah. I just start going crazy on this motherfucker.
All because I can't give you literally information that legally I cannot give you. Legally, I can't tell you.
And so all that was fine. This man tells her, because she's going back and forth with him, like, sir, calm down. This man tells her, oh, it's all right. Because, no, first of all, she asked him, who was the guy that I spoke to? She said his name is Ed. He said, what's his last name? What's his last name? She said, I can't give you that. I told her, you should have told that bitch my address. Number one. But anyway, so yeah, they're going back and forth. He tells this girl.
Meanwhile, I'm the one who's here because he's at work.
He tells her, okay, well, all that's fine because I'll see y'all when y'all get off work.
That's a threat. That's a threat.
When she said she said that shit, everybody in the office was like, oh my God, that's so crazy. Oh my God, that's so scary. Like, people are so, that's so much. I said, if that bitch come up here, he not leaving.
No. If he's leaving, it's in the body bag. I say,
me and the other black man in the office, we looked at each other, we said, oh, if he pull up, he getting packed the fuck out. That's just number one. My manager, no, we can't do that. Like, we shouldn't do that. Like, we should just call the police.
You have an office full of women and then like soft men. Please.
But that's the part that I was telling her. I said he was barking that shit to you because he didn't do that to me.
Yeah.
Because he fucking knew better.
Yeah.
He gonna talk to a woman crazy like that because, if he said that shit to me, I'll tell that bitch pull up outside. Yeah. Just like grown ass men.
I finished my shift at 5:30. See you then.
Amen. So she was like, so she called the police and shit like that. On my lunch break, I came back home, and because I don't know what can or cannot get me fired, I'm not going to say what I came here to get and where I put it. But all I'm saying is he wouldn't have been boxing me if he came up there, if y'all get where I'm going. Because I work at a place that, like, I see so many like video. We've all seen so many videos, heard so many stories about like people coming up to like offices and just like shooting the place up or like getting violent or whatever the hell. And like because of the nature of the job that I do, I've always had in the back of my, because I've been on the phone call with people that like we like try to collect payments and shit, and like motherfuckers start screaming at you because like something going on in their life that's like really fucked up. And it's like, I understand that, bro, but I'm just doing my job. I'm trying to just
That's true. Your job is only dealing with people in a hard place.
Right. So it's just like,
Yeah.
I hear the anger. I've heard so many people be angry so many times. So it's just like, I in the back of my mind, I always think like, and I sit in the front of the office too. So it's like, if anything happens here, I'm the first nigga that's gonna catch anything. So I'm always thinking of like, these motherfuckers have the potential to. I asked my manager today. I was like, what type of glass is this right here? She's like, oh, I think it's just like regular glass. I'm like
just tempered.
just tempered glass. I was like, oh,
That's not very safe.
because I remember when I worked at that door company, we would put bulletproof glass in like frames and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I can see a bulletproof glass. So I'm looking at this glass today and I was like, that don't look like what I
Safe.
know it looks like. And I was like, huh.
Yeah. Did you ask what the rules are if something cracks off?
So I learned the company policy is that if there's any like irate customers or like dangerous customers, you're supposed to like hide if you can. If you can't hide, you need to run if you can. And if you can do neither one of those, it literally says to fight. Bitch, the policy says to fight. Guess what I'm choosing if I got
was
three
like,
options?
is there an order? Is there an order to the events? I'd like to know, because can I choose one of the three?
I'm big as shit. I can't hide under nothing.
Yeah, true.
That's crazy. I'm big as shit. I can't hide underneath nothing. I'm fat as shit. I'm not running from. I do bike as my cardio. I don't run for a motherfucker thing. So if I can't run from you and I can't hide from you,
Yeah.
mean cut. Like nigga, what the fuck?
When
is
he
wrong
came
with you?
home and he was telling me this, I was like, so you're gonna, if he shows up, you put on FaceTime, right? That way I could be like, get him from the shoulders.
No, I'm no bullshit. Literally before I left to go back to work, this nigga Nick goes, yeah, as long as you don't get fired, whoop his motherfucking ass. I said amen. And so when I was on my way back here too, I had texted because I work, y'all know my friend Alicia. I work with her. She's my coworker. She sits at the desk right next to me in the front, which is also another reason why things were yeah. So because if something happened to her, I'm not about to go tell her mama that something happened to her. Number one. Number two, if this man comes in here and I'm in the back and she's right here and he says, if he even looks at my homegirl sideways, that nigga gonna get worse than what I had planned for him. So, yeah. Bring a bike to the office, problem solved. I'm not bringing a...
It wasn't a bike.
Anywho.
It was Patty.
Patty, yeah. Patty Pack-a-Punch.
Patty the
But yeah, so so that's what happened. The guy was a little crazy. I'm not really fucking with it. I forgot what my train of thought was, but that's what had happened.
Yeah, that's so wild.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with it. And so for the next couple of days, I'm gonna be on timing because everybody else in the office that wasn't decided that they wanted to just play crazy. I think this shit was done for. Oh, I forgot to say this. Tell you this too. When the police came, they pissed me the fuck all the way off because this woman is telling y'all, okay, because when the nigga called, this dumb bitch, he called from his work phone that has his name on the caller ID. So not only did she Google what that number was to find out what exact like auto shop he worked at, when she went on the website, 'cause I was like, go on the website, like maybe they got like
pictures
and all shit of the staff and shit, because they have like descriptions sometimes. This motherfucker's whole name is right there with the phone number underneath that he called from. So she had all that shit when the police came. She told him all that shit. These niggas ain't write down shit.
Yeah, of course not.
They ain't act shit. And on top of that, they came an hour after the fact that she fucking called. So I'm just like, what the fuck we call these niggas for in the first place?
Like, for literally, what's the point?
That's why I don't call the police. On top of the fact that I'm black. And
I remember when you told me that, you were like, we don't call the police before.
You call them.
We
niggas
call them
everything
after.
is done.
Yeah.
You defend yourself and you hold yourself down first because you thinking these fucking police officers are gonna be there to protect and serve you. Them niggas is gonna come once you on the ground somewhere bleeding out asking for some help. Fuck no, y'all gonna nigga. I told them we shouldn't have called the police. That nigga came up here.
We should have just told him to show up.
They would have been shoveling this nigga off the goddamn pavement.
Gonna need a Zamboni for him.
So, yeah, that's what happened. Very crazy. Very insane. So,
yeah, wild. Just a day at the job.
And then after that, fucking like 30 minutes later, This nigga was beating his girlfriend up in the parking lot.
At the job. Guys, wait, that just reminded me. So sometimes I drop Evan off at work and then I pick him up. We're a 1-car household right now, right? So I'm waiting for him. This girl is walking back and forth outside of the job. His job has all glass windows, right? So it's like they can see everything. Everybody can see everything. So they can see me. Please, the bumbaclot in the chat, full caps, is crazy. Right. Chelsea's Jamaican. But so I'm sitting there. It's hot. The window's got to be cracked. This lady comes. Probably like between 19 and like 25. She comes up. She's looking very like she partakes in things that are used from a spoon.
We got a lot of things over there.
Oh yeah,
we do. Not a lot, but like it's only two main ones. But
she and her mini skirt.
She wasn't
if you could call it a skirt. And I support a hoe, but her and her skirt came to my window and she was like, "Are you Uber?" I was like, no, I'm not Uber. Like, sorry. So she walks away. She comes back and asks again, "Are you Uber? Are you sure?" And I go, "It's hot. I'm sorry. My patience is short. I'm tired. I'm hot." She goes, "Are you Uber? Are you sure?" I'm like, "Did you order an orange Subaru?" She's like, "No." And I was like, "Then I guess I'm not fucking Uber." Like, that's how I know she was partaking in things, because when you get an Uber, it shows you the car you're getting. It tells you the description. It also tells you who the person is. Most of the time they have a picture. Who is Uber? Because bitch, I could have just kidnapped you. Now look, now you're in the Detroit River, all because you wanted to fucking stop it.
That shit's so stupid to me because they show you the name and the car.
No, literally everything.
You're getting picked up.
The make of the car, the color of the car, the person picking you up, what they look like. You just want to be kidnapped.
That's it.
Maybe she was like, "Are you Uber?" Like she wanted to make me a client.
Oh.
That's like, "Get out. I'm gay. Get the fuck out. Don't piss me off."
Anywho.
Don't think I've ever seen an orange Subaru, only the blue ones, Chelsea says in the chat.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, big tangerine dream over here. You can see it from everywhere. And when you can't, that's how you know. You're deep in the Walmart parking lot.
You get a lot of like funky people because that smoke shop is next door.
Yeah, maybe. Multiple people were asking her, like, "Are you good?" to her. And she was like, "Yeah." Looking like she was fresh out of the...
How'd she do it one more time?
Yeah, looking like she was out of The Last of Us.
Show them what they do.
No.
Show them.
They saw.
I don't think
they have eyes.
No.
And if you don't and you're blind, well, not my fucking problem, Helen Keller. So next topic.
Okay.
I got a lot, but I'm gonna... Wait! This is not a topic! But we were on hiatus when this happened. I wrote this down because this is just quick, guys. Do you remember when the sushi lady called you fat? We got sushi and she was like, "You fat, funky, fat bitch." Do you remember when she said that?
This bitch, y'all.
I love her though.
Love her down. Love her every time we go.
So we go to this place called O Sushi all the time. I think it's a chain place.
Yeah.
But we go to one around here. We love it. We know the signature rolls we get. Emma gets 4 of the same roll. The beef bulgogi. Is that what it is?
Spicy beef bulgogi.
Yeah. He gets like the same rolls all the time. I get the same rolls all the time. We love it, like regular at this place. But there's a lady who works there. She's older and she has no time for anyone.
Ever.
This couple finished eating. They got up to leave and she was like, "Sit down, you order." They were like, "We just ate, we left." She goes, "Okay, bye." Like, girl. Okay.
You sit down and you order now.
First
of all, go ahead.
Edmund's of larger stature. Like, even if you got rail thin, you're still a large individual.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
If I was skinny, I'd be a big back.
Yeah. So.
What time they close? You want some sushi tonight?
I do, but I feel like they'll be closed.
Go ahead.
So Edmund orders this roll, and it's a rather large roll. It's already a big roll. He knows. He gets it.
It's not that big.
It was like
It's like the deep fried one,
pretty big.
but it's not. It's not big because it's big. Don't do that.
No,
it's not big.
I'll tell you.
It's big.
Here's the thing. It's not big because
just fried.
No, because he's big. Do you know what I mean? Like if I wouldn't be, your mouth is bigger than mine. Stop looking at me like you don't have body awareness. You're not little. You just told me that my feet fucking dangle when I sit on the fucking toilet. Okay? So you're gonna bring up my height deficiency, bitch. You are big. Your mouth is big, bitch. You could literally eat a hot dog in one bite with that fucking fat ass mouth. So, exactly.
Let me see what type of sushi I'm gonna get tonight.
It's the smallest roll. What's the smallest, skinniest roll you have?
No. I'm gonna see what sushi I'm getting.
Oh,
what you're gonna get.
So he orders this roll. It is big. Like I wouldn't be able to eat it in one bite. Like I'd have to take like a bite.
Yeah.
But you can eat it in one because you are like I don't know.
We get it. I'm being.
But you keep
next.
trying to do this
Go,
fucking bullshit, bitch.
Tell the story.
Stupid bitch. So anyway, he gets 2 of this roll. It's like a spider roll or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, some specific kind. Okay, so she immediately is like wide eyes. Oh, that's a big roll.
She had me fucked up. No, that's not even what happened. Because I ordered the roll. I said 2 of them. She heard 1. And she was like, okay, 1 blah, blah, blah roll. I was like, no, 2. She did this. She write it down. She goes.
Her eyes were like.
She's like, you sure? I was like, she said 2. I said, yeah. She said, okay.
No, but she was like, that's a big roll.
That's right. That's a big roll.
That's a big roll.
I'm like, yeah, I know. She's like, okay.
But I was like, he's a big guy. And she was like, yeah. Bitch, did you just call me fat and funky? What the hell?
The fuck up, fuck you. And I'm coming back, but still.
Okay, wait. First time chatter's name is MILF and Cookies, not Milk and Cookies.
That is hilarious.
I love that.
That's pretty funny.
MILF and Cookies is iconic
MILF
for a
and
name.
Cookies is hilarious.
I
Absolutely.
love that. But yeah, she called you fat.
It should be a drag name.
She really was like, you are, hey, fucking fat ass.
She said you.
No, wait. And then remember they didn't bring 2? No, it got even worse.
Did that on purpose.
It got even worse.
She did that shit. So y'all, she brings my sushi out.
Wait, it got worse, guys.
She brings she brings 3 of my 4 out.
Yeah.
Because the big one is on the side, and I got the 2 that I wanted. This bitch puts my other roll on a whole nother plate and brings it over after. Cause she brought the first one. She was like, and then she was like, "Oh, your other roll's coming. It's coming." I'm like, "Why didn't you just put it on the same plate?" This bitch put it on another plate and brought it over. They made a whole thing about it.
Meanwhile, all of my rolls fit on a plate.
And you had just as many rolls as I did.
I think I had one more thing, but mine were smaller. It was so funny.
She was playing because I've been there 100,000 times. I'm going to keep going because they got dog ass sushi. And I get the same thing every time I go. And they always put it on one plate for me.
Yeah.
You brought 2 plates out because you wanted to call me a big bag bitch. And guess what I am? Whore.
It was just so clear that she was like, whoa. And it was just her agreeing when I said he's a big boy. That really took me out. Sorry. So I just had to say that. That wasn't a topic, but I needed to let everybody know that this happened. And it was the funny. When we left, we were like, for the whole night, we were like, I can't believe that just happened.
Insanity.
But like, she definitely wasn't like doing it to be rude. She just couldn't help.
She's just old and Asian.
She just couldn't help herself.
It's fine.
Okay, my first topic is Beyonce needs to stop fucking pointing at people and saying she ain't no diva.
She's still doing that?
She's still doing it. She pointed at somebody in the crowd.
She pointing at white bitches though.
We didn't get that view. But she changed it this time because Beyonce's online and people don't think she is, but Beyonce's online.
She is. She knows everything that's going on.
Because she did the like, she ain't no diva. And then she like looked at him and she went, she's a diva. Whatever. If I was ever pointed at by Beyonce and she was like, she ain't no diva, I would be like, well, honored, but I will be killing myself after this.
I think it's sick that she pointing at other people and saying she's a diva. Don't point at me and say I'm not one. And tell that bitch, now I got to box
No, she
her.
does it to the same person now.
Oh.
Like to the same person. She's like, no, like she pretends like, oh, wait, no, she's a diva. And she like laughs about it. But the last tour, she did not.
No, she did not.
The last tour, she was straight up like, stupid bitch, you're not a fucking diva. You're a loser.
She used to point at niggas and go down, she ain't no diva.
Like, that's so much Beyonce. Like, that's so much.
You told me I paid $18,000
Right, to be in the front row.
I took out 3 mortgages just to fucking be told I'm ugly. What type of shit, bitch? I could have got called ugly for free outside.
But honestly, probably an honor. But bitch, don't fucking play with me, Beyonce. That was part 1 of that. Part 2 is the serious note about the ticket sales.
Okay.
But bitch, don't fucking point at me and sing it so melodically, bitch. She ain't no diva. Looking me in the eyes. If I wasn't recording, I would be so upset. Or I would want someone to be recording me to be like, bitch, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
But serious note. Because the world is out of touch.
Okay.
On their couch. Looking stupid and broke. Me. But so people are commenting on how her first show wasn't sold out. She was performing to a lot of like empty sections. Mind you, there was like one. But anyway. And to that I have to say, why are we so out of touch in that like right. That we just, but it's always like this. We just want her to fail. Like, people just want her to fail. People just want to point out the fact that, like, oh, she didn't sell out. Mind you, it's a bigger arena than your fave has ever done. 2, we are at the beginning of a recession. And 3, we're not going to talk about the other 38 sold out shows she has coming up. Like, I actually don't understand that. Like, the whole thing. It drives me nuts that like no matter what she does, somebody is on her clit, like they're holding on for dear life with fucking kitchen tongs, like holding on to for dear life. I don't understand that. Like, and also, what is making a whole post about it and like people making TikTok edits of only the empty chairs? Like, what does that do for you? That's go to work. You need to go to work. You need to get a job. You need to go to work. And maybe you could afford to fill up one of those seats, but you can't because you're broke and miserable at home making edits online. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean, people hate black women. So it makes sense to me.
And she's literally like, she's Beyonce. So it's like people are always going to look
and
for
it's
her.
like every time they try to do something to just like bring her down, and she just keeps doing what the fuck she's doing. So it's like,
yeah.
You niggas are just like, lame.
Yeah. People were talking about how like she shouldn't have sang the national anthem, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, so just tell me you don't get it.
Yeah, the whole like people have like issue with her like donning the like patriot-ish esque like aesthetic, like with the American flag on shit and like singing like the country songs and like all that shit like that.
It's
like,
weird that people are slow on purpose though, that they don't get it. Like you got to be slow on purpose. So we're just not going to acknowledge that the national anthem went right into the song Freedom. Like we're not going to talk about. Oh, okay. And she was performing it in front of the Statue of Liberty that had a mask on. Like we're not going to talk about the imagery, like and all of that. Like it's so crazy to me. You've got to be slow on purpose.
We're not going to talk about how both my faves. We ain't going to talk about how she did it. It was a problem. Kendrick did it, and everybody and their fucking mama was ecstatic.
Well, she's a black woman. Don't you know that?
Same concept, same reason they did it, different outcome. What'd that tell you? Chelsea says, unfortunately, some people are like that, hating on people for things they can't help, like their skin or where they're from. Like it's just some ignorant bullshit. Haters need to fuck off for real. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just like, bro, who fucking care, bro? I've been in this like blocking phase on TikTok because I'm very much the age now to where like I don't really have it for like grown adults who just have like stupid ass opinions about shit, or people who talk about bullshit that shouldn't be talked about. Like people were talking about that. You know who Pat Mahomes is?
Is he a football player?
Yeah, the light skinned nigga with the white girl and the white son and the white. Anyway,
Yeah.
So he did some fucking interview recently. This wasn't one of my topics, but we're talking about this, whatever the fuck. He did some interviews, some shit like that. He was talking about how he gonna cut his hair because he just realized that it was like,
ooh, I heard about this.
If you don't teach these little light bright something, let these motherfuckers know something now. That whether you straighten your shit, you cut your shit, you dye it blonde, you still nigga. And you just don't think you nigga because you got the white bitch and y'all had a little white bright son that's probably gonna be saying nigga in 15 years and being like, well, my dad's fucking 1/8. I'm 1/8 because my dad's dad was fucking black. Anyway, we can just stop there.
I would like to note two things. One, this is my first episode in all of season 3's 34 episodes where I don't have a white bitch topic.
Thank God.
Isn't that amazing? Every week I have a white bitch to rip apart. I don't this week,
it's
guys.
always one to, you know what I'm saying?
But two, I also wanted to note, because we discussed over the last week, like how we want to build this and we want to like make this more of like a real big thing. Sorry, it's like one of those things I couldn't.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Shout out to Trap
To the
Celeb.
best of us, yeah.
But that's something that like, what is our brand? Because I think we know what we're trying to say and what we're trying to do. But just how we can grow this and whatever. And I really feel like every week I get into some sort of discussion, I'll call it. You don't go in comments. You don't talk about anything. You just...
I don't read
You do
comments.
not. And honestly, that's fine. Because I feel like you're a little more... Not impacted, but you get annoyed faster. You'll be like, fuck that, I don't give a fuck. Like, whatever. I'm saying... What, you know what I mean? Like, you just get annoyed
And
faster.
then I'm going to say what I want, and then there goes the brand. Go ahead.
No, but like, I think you should say what you want. But this is a part of what I'm saying is... We are always, probably every single episode, going to talk about something related to either my experience or his experience. Yes, we have a lot of shit to talk. We got a lot of random stuff to talk about. This is our life. The reason it's called the Emmizzie podcast because we're going to talk about our life and what we care about. It's not saying if we don't talk about it, we don't care about it, but like, I promise you almost every episode is going to relate down to black issues. I think that is something that is so important. One, because you are black, and two, because I'm married. Bitch, don't fuck. I'm married to a black man. I think that is
shit out there.
I hit it all the time
so that we can like clip us
all the times I hit
smacking
this
the shit out that mic. Go ahead.
Right. That and like I talk about like what happens to brown people. I think it's important to discuss every single time, and I understand that there's people who are going to be annoyed by it. But guess what? I don't give a fuck. I couldn't give 1/3 of a fuck. I couldn't give 2/4 of a fuck. I don't care. Like, that's the thing. We are always going to talk about that. And I think if that's something that, because you mentioned in the last episode, we had like, I don't know, a bunch of viewers. And then when we started talking about it, it went down.
Well, I noticed that every time we get to talking about race,
Yes.
the viewers leave.
And I actually don't care. And I know most people would try to be like, oh, it's about views. It's about this. We have made $0 off of this in 3 or 4 years. And I'm not going to change what I say for that reason. So like at the end of the day, if that is something that like bothers people, that's kind of not my problem. It's a you problem. Walk out of the room if you don't want to be in it. But that is something we're always going to, like, the door is open. It is actually a revolving door. You can leave and go as you please. I do not care. But I just wanted to say that as we talked about that because of Beyonce.
Yeah.
So, just so you know. Woo, woo, woo.
Okay.
I don't know where that happened. That
Me
just came
neither.
out.
Just like I don't know what the hell happened.
What the hell? Sorry.
No, say it.
What the hell in Keller? Okay, go. No, I'm done.
What the hell he buried?
What the hell he buried?
Alex says, I would rather y'all sound like a broken record than continue to see people not speak about it. If they don't like it, they can leave. No one is forcing them to be here. What the hell, Leontay? I hate the fact that she knows.
I know, right.
What that is.
Right. Nancy saying, I guess I'll stay. But that's the thing, and I just want to make that so abundantly clear, is like, this is called the Emmizzie podcast. This isn't the Hot Topics podcast. This isn't this. This is, we show our lives. That's all we've ever done. I mean, our whole social media is that.
But I will say, that being said, there is, I feel like, a point where we could possibly get into that area where we start to alienate certain people. And then that will like make I fucking feel you. Don't give a fuck. But
don't
also,
give a fuck, though.
internally, don't give a shit.
They don't.
However, this is a business, right? If you want the business to grow, you can't necessarily like.
Here's the
what I'm
thing.
saying? I'm not saying we stop talking about white
I think
people.
I could let up on calling them white bitches.
I think that's more so where I was. I think that's more so. I think the verbiage of how we say. I think what we say we should continue to say because I'm going to continue to say it. I think how we say it needs to change.
I think I could be
Because
like
the whole
this white lady named Carol. Not this stupid white bitch, funky fat
maybe
fucking white
we
bitch
shouldn't-
Carol.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't white bitch every 5 seconds. But
I'm still gonna white
but
bitch.
anyway,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? It's at the
I
end
mean,
of the
every
day.
now and then, you know what I mean?
Here's how I feel. Hit dogs holler. If you're
if
you're right,
as a white bitch, I'm fine being called a white bitch.
if a white bitch is in the chat
Uh-huh.
and doesn't feel like this applies to them, they won't holler and they won't leave. That's how I feel. Sorry, this mic is so close and I'm fucking screaming into it.
Anywho,
Sorry, guys. Anyway,
okay. Well, you won't be. You won't be. What happened?
Nancy
What'd she
in the
say?
live chat, she called them saltine hoes. Sorry. Anyway,
Okay.
right.
You're screaming not as loud as all 100 of these men that think that they can beat the shit out of a silverback gorilla. So
Don't
we're gonna talk about
fucking
this
piss me
gonna
off with
bring
this
this up.
whole topic.
because not only did we talk about this at work today, but the other black man made me disappointed in him because he went to Chat GPT to try to figure out strategies on how all 100 of these men can take out this goddamn gorilla. Let me tell y'all something.
ChatGPT is tired, by the way.
Tired.
Exhausted.
Because
it's never used for actual like educational
too
things.
bad. That's your fucking
It's
job.
like, how do I make avocado toast in a different way?
That's your fucking job. And I want give me 50 ways on how to do it, bitch.
They made ChatGPT to be like to actually solve difficult problems, and people are like, "Hey, so 100 men and one gorilla, right?" right. ChatGPT, hear me out. There's one gorilla.
I need 50 ways on how to make spaghetti fancier, bitch, and I want you to add different type of proteins on each and every last one of them. And if you don't give it to me, I'm gonna tell you to do it again.
Hey, ChatGPT, I fart a lot. Help me figure out how to make it stop.
I be barking at ChatGPT, bitch. Do what the fuck.
I don't even know what ChatGPT is, to be honest.
Do what the fuck. It's an app. It's like a robot. It's like people use it as a search engine. They shouldn't use it as a search. Really? No, I can say that later because I'm talking about AI later on. Anyway.
Oh my god, me too.
100 men versus a gorilla, right?
Right. Yes, I guess. If this is where we are, this is where we are.
So listen to me, right? A silverback gorilla at that, right?
The big one.
You niggas not beating this gorilla.
You're just not.
First of all, do you know how hard a gorilla chest is?
I
Do
don't.
you know how muscular a silverback gorilla is?
Have you ever seen a silverback hand?
The size of the hand alone. So we got into a debate at work earlier. The nigga told me, okay, so what we have to do is
he is not the person who thinks you can do it. Is he?
Yes,
No.
absolutely he does.
Is the earth flat to him too?
No, but listen, he says you have to. First of all, it has to be 100 men at one go. We have to go on this gorilla at the same time in a coordinated attack. He says that we have to surround the gorilla and we have to go in equal force at the same time. My rebut to him, okay,
Was no jumping?
2 things is what I'll say. This is 2 things. Broke his whole shit down. Okay, if we're going to attack at the same force, that's assuming that every man in this circle has the same amount of strength. We said 100 men.
Who
we didn't
are
say,
the men?
We didn't say 100 soldiers. We didn't say 100 body lifters. We said 100 men. If I go outside and grab 100 men just in the area that I'm in, guarantee you maybe 20 of these niggas go to the gym.
I don't know. I'm saying to you, I don't know one man that 100 of him would beat this gorilla.
There's no fucking way. So if we're talking about just average men and 100 of these motherfuckers surrounding the silverback gorilla, y'all got me fucked up. Number 2, well, I got 3 things, I guess. That was number 1. Number 2 is, nigga, even if y'all do happen to defeat this motherfucker, 40 of y'all is deceased.
40? I'm thinking 90.
40 is deceased. The other 50 are maimed or brutally injured.
Yeah.
Okay? Why? Because your coordinated attack is not going to work because if we're in a circle, hear me out. We in a circle and
Somebody's got to touch him first.
if we in a circle, that
It's
implies
not me.
if we in a circle, that implies that somebody has to be behind this nigga and somebody got to be in front of this nigga. Are you gonna volunteer yourself to be in the front? No, neither are the other 99 niggas that's supposed to be fighting this nigga with you.
No.
Because if you in the front and you the first nigga he grab, you're gone, and you know that. You're not fighting that. If you the first nigga he get, that's the first nigga he ripping apart.
Here's my thing. What if he takes one person, fucking bites their head off, and uses him as a weapon, and now he's clubbing you?
A silverback gorilla can kill 4 men by himself. Just he can take at least 4 of y'all in the first go. While the rest of y'all.
What if he does that airplane thing? Brrr.
And then what's the other? Are we punching this nigga? Are we kicking this nigga? Like, because y'all didn't say y'all had weapons. Because it was me. Here's my thing.
I'm thinking this scenario is it's like the Greek thing. Do you know what I mean? Like back in the day where it's like you and a tiger in a random fucking sand lot. So you, 100 men, and a gorilla, and you're in an enclosure, and that's it.
10 of y'all, 4 of y'all dying instantly.
Yeah.
The 4 or 5 niggas behind them gonna get scared. They running the fuck off.
Me.
The 20 niggas behind them is gonna be worried about the niggas that ran the fuck off because now they're afraid. The 20 niggas from the back that went to the gym gonna be trying to fight through the other 80 niggas to get through. Meanwhile,
I'm playing dead.
Meanwhile, there's a fucking loose, angry silverback gorilla.
Yeah. It's just not happening.
Like what
Alex
are you
says,
about?
helicopter. Like that's what I'm saying. What if he goes in there and he's like, boom, 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 boom. What if he hits you with one of these, like the Donkey Kong? Boom, you're all dead.
They doing the double fit. He could double fist.
He's like
niggas.
boom, 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 boom. He's just punching you, boom.
Tossing niggas around, using niggas as bats.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What if he uses people as like literally weapons? Weapons. Ah!
If he kill a nigga and throw that bitch into the crowd, 10 of y'all falling. Now y'all on the ground, got to get back up.
It's just not happening.
It's not.
Okay,
it's
and
not
say
happening.
it's in the jungle. He has better.
Where are we fighting?
He can climb.
Where are we?
He's now in the tree and he's jumping. Fucking. What do they call that? Cannonballing you bitches. You're dead. There's no way. There just actually isn't a world. The
mosquito's gonna beat y'all ass in the forest. What the fuck you think the gorilla gonna do?
No, but it's just there actually is no world because you can't punch a gorilla and hurt him.
That's what I'm saying.
So what are 100 of you doing? What are 100 of you doing?
That's what I'm saying.
Actually, this is how we do it. All the men who think they can, we're putting them in the ring. 100 of them. You think you got it? You got it.
I will say though, I think I could win against the gorilla.
How?
It'll be I don't need 100 niggas. I don't need 100 niggas.
It's just you.
It's just me by myself.
Oh, how?
It's gonna be a 1v1 because, hear me out. When I go to fight the gorilla, plot twist, you're not boxing me, you're boxing the fucking 40, my nigga.
I don't even know if a pistol would do it.
You boxing the shotgun. You boxing something. You not fighting me, you're fighting for your fucking life.
I don't even think a pistol could kill it.
I'm gonna hit that nigga with a motherfucking.
You got it right through the forehead.
The elephant musket. Whatever.
But I don't think that's. I think 100 men is. I think it's a fist fight. They're not winning. 100 Dwayne the Rock Johnsons are not winning.
Men gotta start. Men have been getting on my nerves for these past 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
No, they've been getting on my nerves. Period. But
oh my god.
But just in general.
Since I learned I liked them.
For the past 2 weeks period, it's just been a lot of bullshit. Because between these niggas on the internet and the nigga beating his wife and the nigga on the phone and the nigga at the goddamn customs office, I'm smooth. I'm chock full of bullshit for men. I got a smorgasbord of men bullshit.
Most people know that I do not treat men very well. Never have. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about something a long time ago, and you just kept being, not a long time ago, like a week or so ago, and you just kept being like, but do you think it's just because you hate men? Well, over and over. I'm like, yes. Since the awareness of, damn, I like men, I've been like, why do I like men?
Since you've been plagued with the
gay,
with the attraction to men.
Why would the Lord ever do that to me? I hate them. Ugh, they're the fucking worst, but whatever. They're hot.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho.
Oh, this is a cute one. Okay, wait, it's not cute. But it kind of is. Okay. So, there was a kid. He was being bullied at school. The mom kept going to the school and was like, hey, my kid is being bullied. Okay. The school does nothing about it. Finally, one of the bullies says to the little kid, that's why your daddy did.
Ooh.
Right. The kid pinned his ass against the wall and fucking whooped his ass.
I love that.
Mom was taking him out for ice cream.
I love that.
Yeah. So mom was telling the story on TikTok. She says, listen, I just want to talk to the parent of the kid because this has been going on for a long time. I tried to go to the school, whatever. The school wouldn't set it up. They would not allow them to have a meeting. And she was like, well, then I will have a meeting and I'm going to whoop her ass. And she said, since you don't want to set up the meeting, I'm going to do to the mom what her kid does to mine. So every time her kid does something to mine, I'm doing the same thing to her.
Let's way back up. The boy that was getting bullied told the other nigga that's why your daddy did.
No, the kid that was getting bullied, that's what the bully said to him.
Oh, I thought I said the other way. I thought she was saying
No.
the dude said it back and then whooped his ass.
No, the bully said to the kid, that's why your daddy's dead.
And then the kid that got bullied whooped the bully's ass.
Whooped his ass.
Beautiful.
So mom was like, let's go for
Beautiful
ice cream,
work.
right? But yeah, so the mom of the bullied kid was trying to set up a meeting with the bully's parents to just talk and be like, listen, like your kid can't be doing this. And it's been going on for so long. And so the mom was like, all right, well, since you won't set it up, I'm going to do to the mom. This is how we're going to deal with it. Every time that kid bullies my kid, I'm bullying the mom. Well, the mom, after some time, was like, I've had it. She waits till the mom picks the kid up at school. She follows the mom to their house. And she immediately gets out of the car. And she was like, and I was literally like, yeah, I wanted to whoop her ass. But I got out of the car and tried to talk to her to be like, hey, this is happening. Immediately, the bully's mom popping off at her, going crazy. She was like,
I see where your badass
Bet.
get it from.
bet. Whooped the mom's ass. Whooped her ass so bad. Whooped her ass so bad.
As she should have.
So bad. Then she was like, and I'm going to come back tomorrow. And we're going to have a talk. And if you don't want to have a talk, let me know now because I'll whoop you every day till you want to have a talk. And I love it. And I loved it. I thought it was amazing. Then I read the comments. TikTok was on her side.
Doing it. I was about to say, you gotta stop reading the because niggas be stupid.
TikTok was on her side. Twitter was like, this is not the way.
Well, Twitter is full of bots. Twitter is bots, y'all. Twitter are not. That's not real people in the chat. That is AI bots.
Literally.
That fucking Elon pay. I'm talking like this. Is not even like a fucking. This is literally those are bots, nigga. But anyway,
It just drives me nuts. Yeah, so I was like seeing the way people were commenting, being like, this is now why your kid's gonna have a problem. Like, it makes sense why the dad's gone and you guys are obviously living a lifestyle of this, and violence and whatever.
Do you want next?
Because that's what I feel like I would do. Like, if our little cousins, if that happened to them,
Yeah.
I'm not showing up at that person's door
Yeah.
and fucking dogging the shit out of them and going home.
Yeah.
There's just no world.
Quiet as it's kept. I might, because they teenagers now, I might fuck your little son up.
Hold on. I would like to reel it back to multiple episodes ago when I said I would beat a kid's ass for hitting my kid. And you said, you can't hit a kid.
How old was that kid?
Because I said, right. Because remember, it was that video of the guy and this little girl was sitting there ripping on his kid, and he
shouldn't have did that. He shouldn't have hit that.
Because it was a little girl.
It was a little girl. He a grown ass man. Don't put your hands on nobody's daughters. Because had that been my,
but if it was a little boy,
because had that been my little cousin, even if she was wrong, and that nigga hit my little cousin, I'm beating this nigga within an inch of his life. You a grown ass man. Don't touch my little cousin.
yeah, I'm beating your ass too. I'm beating everybody's ass.
What?
If I'm the dad, I got it for everybody.
If your life worth it, go ahead and do it. But no, if my little cousin who is 14 years old, if she's somewhere and she getting bullied by a 14, 15-year-old boy.
Oh, your thing is that it's a boy and a girl.
If it's a boy.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about beating up little boys right now. I ain't putting my hands on no kid, no little girls. I'm not hitting nobody's daughter, bro. That's crazy.
Okay.
That's out. That's out. I'm not doing that. That's not even the option. But you bullying my little cousin, okay? I'm going to go talk to your pops. If you don't want to hear me, I might fuck you up. And then I'm going to fuck him up too. I'm going to teach you a little lesson because you're a little nigga. You need to get this little nigga lesson. And I'm going to beat the shit out your pops if you got a problem with it.
Yeah, no, you're going to watch me whoop your pops and then I'm going to whoop you in front of him while he's laying there. This is our brand, everybody.
No, if we didn't already had this conversation years ago about if we had kids and like somebody was bullying our kids, we already immediately being like, I hope you got two dads, bitch, because they both getting their ass whooped.
Before social media, this was literally before I was even on social media like this. Like, we had pretty early conversations of how we would do things as parents, and it was always like, oh, okay, well, we're knocking on your door.
Oh no, we going to your house, nigga.
Yeah.
Straight up, like,
you want to bully my kid? I'm a bully too. I was a bully in the fucking early 2000s. What you want to do?
Let's see who's the real bully. Let's see who's the real Billy badass, bitch.
Billy, you big bitch.
Man, may the best bully. That's all you have for that one. Okay. Speaking of bullies, let's talk about how the Housewives franchise bullied Kenya Moore. Hey, so listen.
This was a topic I had.
So listen, for those of y'all who don't watch Atlanta Housewives like we do, avid watchers, Kenya Moore got kicked off of the show because of the incident where she showed photos of Britt
Edie.
Britt Edie. So she showed pictures of Britt Edie
sucking dick.
Okay. Of which Britt Edie says she was 14 in one of them, and the other one she said she was 18. So bitches can't get their numbers right. What's the real tea? He kicked her off because they said it was like there was pornography and it was like
revenge porn.
It was revenge porn. It was this whole thing. You've watched so many more franchises of Housewives than I have my entire life.
Yes, I've actually watched almost every single franchise.
So I want you to explain as to why it was straight bullshit they kicked Kenya off the show.
So, well, for that issue, what pissed me off, aside from the other franchises and why, and like I've said from the beginning, when people would ask, who's your favorite housewife? I said, I have a favorite housewife and who I think is the best housewife. I think Kenya Moore is one of the top 3 best housewives of all time.
Okay. She
is such a villain, but she does it so well. She's
a likable villain.
She is so good at the show. She's an amazing housewife. She knows how to bring the drama every single season. She is involved in every single thing. She somehow makes it always revolve around her. Somebody else's drama.
Kenya is like if Camille was black and more likable.
Yeah, I mean, like, kind of, because like Camille is a villain for sport. That girl is worth over $50 million.
That shit for shit.
She's worth over $50 million. She does not go on there for a check. Camille Grammer goes on there to be a villain, and I respect it. I can't stand her, but I respect it and I love it because that's why she is so good at it.
Yeah, she makes you sick, but every time she's in the episode, she's like,
you know it's good.
I gotta watch it.
You know it's gonna be good. And Kenya is so good. Her reads are iconic. They call her the the read assassin or something, because she is. She is so good at it. And then when she had her daughter, she became more of a human, and and you saw a different side of her. So you'd be like, yeah, she is this villain, but she's also diehard mom, and she's an amazing person. And she had a huge turnaround, and she became somebody who can apologize, whatever. So I started to like her. But when this all happened,
niggas forgot who Kenya was. Go ahead.
Right. When this happened, long story short,
spoiler alert.
This is a spoiler alert. A new housewife named Britt was just picking and picking and picking at her, picking constantly, and then Kenya called her a peasant, and that's what set Britt off, which I think that's how I know she's new, because that is light fucking work. You're on Housewives of Atlanta. And being called a peasant? So Britt...
And so after... Let me say this part. And so after she calls her a peasant, Britt decides that she was upset, and she started to go on this tangent about how...
No, admin.
Bitches need to stop talking to me like that because I got pistols and shit.
Whips.
Oh, sorry.
I got whips and pistols and shit. bitches need to know who they're talking to, because I'm really that bitch.
I'm not on TV shit. This ain't no
I'm not
TV
on,
shit.
this ain't no
That's what she
TV
said.
shit. I really be with the shits, bitch.
Here's the thing. Britt does have a nose job and a wicked
A fucked up
BBL
one
that
is
we
that.
found out yesterday. But she does have a nose job. That's why she sounds like that. But that's not nice.
She sounds congested every time she speaks.
Well, yeah, when you get a nose job, it fucks up your sinuses. Anyway.
That's why black girls shouldn't get nose jobs. Go ahead.
Put Alex in the live chat. You could get babes, you could get a pistol at Walmart. She ain't special. Whoa.
They stopped making guns when they made yours, stupid.
Stop. Marie, both of y'all stand in the corner. Listen, she has a crazy nose job, and her nose doesn't actually look bad at all. She actually has a good nose job. She just sounds crazy
She
because
just
of it.
sounds insane, and so she just looks insane to me.
Yeah, but so Britt immediately after being called a peasant is like, I got a pistol. I got pistols for bitches like you. I got shit for bitches like you to Kenya. Like, that is so crazy. She should have been fired on the spot. And so she wasn't. So Kenya Moore took matters into her own hands, and she printed out Bristol boards
And reminded you bitches that she's definitely
of who
from
Kenya
the
Moore
D.
is. So she was like, yeah, she put out the videos of Brit's porn, and the thing was,
God, her nose is LaToya Jackson's
no,
nose.
that was
No,
Angela.
that's Angela.
Angela, I think her name is.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, her
She
nose
the
was
one-
like,
she the
no,
one
Brit's
that
nose
looks
job
like-
is not bad. It actually isn't bad.
It's not. I didn't even know it was a nose job until I heard her fucking. Her
It's
voice.
just sometimes nose jobs make people sound more nasally. But the other housewife on there, that nose job is crazy. That nose job is pinched.
She looks.
Woo, like a who from Whoville.
She looks like a they.
Don't.
Okay, there I go. There I go. There I go. There I go, man. There I go.
Don't do it.
There I go, bro.
Don't do
I'm
it.
gonna shut up. Go ahead.
So
I ain't have to do that.
she probably sounds like Lois Griffin. No, for real.
Literally sounds like Lois fucking
No,
Griffin, bro.
actually, that's Lois Griffin.
No bullshit.
So yeah, Kenya printed out all these things about her porns, Brit's porn, and Britt was saying, I'm 14, I'm this and this and this. The thing is, she's wrong, because these were the videos that Britt had to literally sign off on for porn companies, allegedly, and from OnlyFans, allegedly, okay? So no, she just wanted to be a victim. But Kenya gets fired. I was pissed immediately, because violence is obviously not Bravo's line. Kenya Moore was
Sure isn't.
Kenya Moore was rightfully dragged across the stage by Portia by her hair. Monique smashed a glass into Candace's head, rightfully. And Monique was fired, though, and she's being brought back, which I still think is a slap in Kenya's face. New Jersey, okay? Tables are being flipped on bitches. Bitches are being smacked and fought.
Lisa Rinna threw a whole glass at a bitch.
A whole glass at Kim Richards. Like, there has been so much violence. There has been so much slander. There has been so much crazy shit that happens. And it drives me nuts that Kenya was kicked off for this immediately. Because she put out something that was, how I think, like consensual content of her, of Britt. And then Bravo had the audacity to be like, well, we ran a check and there was no gun. No, you didn't.
There was no gun.
Yeah, we knew that Britt didn't have a gun. How? Because you did that check weeks later. How would you know she had one? Didn't have one at the time? And also, that whole scene with her and Portia.
That fake ass, phony ass, bullshit ass, pulled out of the last minute, threw together ass scene that you threw in there with Portia, where the cameras didn't even match the rest of the season.
And she
And
right.
I was supposed to be like, oh, this is the part of this current.
A
season.
whole thing where Britt is crying and she's so apologetic for what she did.
Come on,
No,
man.
it's just
Come
not.
on, bro.
I
Let's be
think
serious.
such a slap in Kenya's face. If we are gonna the thing is, okay, so you decided to fire Kenya. Bravo, sure. That storyline needed to be dead. Don't ever talk about it again. I don't want to hear Britt's side. I don't want to hear anything.
If it was that fucking egregious,
Yes.
y'all need to just be. Y'all should have just deaded it right there.
There should not be multiple episodes where we're talking about Brit's side of the story. I don't think that's fair. Okay, don't film with Kenya for the rest of the thing. Give her a confessional where she can tell her side. And I'm happy that Kenya did her YouTube channel where she has her own and she gave receipts and she did all that stuff, because I think that is so bullshit. I am not Kenya's number one fan. But I do think that
right
is bullshit.
Right and wrong is wrong.
And the fact that what is your line? Because on another fucking housewife show, maybe that is acceptable. But why is it not acceptable there? It's kind of like how the shit happened with Erica Jane on Beverly Hills, and she was like, here it's the end of the world, but if this was on Atlanta, this would have just been a regular conversation because of the way Erica was talking. Like, there's standards for certain franchises, and I just think it's so bullshit that Kenya was not asked or allowed to stay. And they both said they would, or sorry, Kenya said, I'm willing to sit down and talk to her and apologize. Kenya said, what I did was wrong, 100%, but I should not have been fired.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's so stupid. It's like crazy that you can sit there and be like, what Kenya did was so wrong. But this new housewife who hasn't even been there for 30 days has threatened to kill somebody or shoot somebody, and she gets to continue filming. That is so crazy to me. Crazy. It's bullshit.
Yeah, no, that's just straight bullshit for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that
I
was
ain't
my
like
topic
that.
too. I'm a Housewives stan. I've watched almost every franchise of Housewives. I've seen it all. Literally last season, fucking the one girl smashed a glass on Jersey. On that girl's head. Remember I showed you she smashed the glass on Jen's head. Took a glass and smashed it on her head. They let her continue filming. It seems a little crazy.
I don't know. Anyway.
Lighter. We watched Sinners. We went to see Sinners.
Oh, yeah.
It was incredible.
It was an incredible fucking film.
If you like horror, go see it. If you don't like horror, still go see it because it's not scary.
It's more of a thriller than a horror movie.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think it's not gory, I would say. There's
blood. Gory, but it's not like when he
There's
shot his whole chin off and his shit was hanging off the bottom of his face.
Okay, but that's one scene. I mean, like, it's just more like bloody.
Yeah. I mean, blood is gore.
It's not gory. It's not Saw. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's just like The Last of Us has more gore.
Yeah. Anyway, very great movie, very beautiful movie. I think that they said a very good movie almost reminds me of True Blood without real nudity.
Yeah, there was no nudity.
No, but they did get free. They dragged that
they got a little
sex scene
freaky
out for a long
But it
time.
wasn't a sex scene. I think what it was is
they were fucking.
Okay. But it wasn't like you didn't see anything. Like, you just knew that they were.
No, they were
sex.
clothed.
Yeah, you just knew that they were doing it.
But my mama was sitting next to me. I didn't want to see
your little cousin was there.
Like,
bro,
I got my two little cousins and my mama here. Let's wrap this scene.
Our cousin was there, and she brought her kids, and she was like, I Googled. It said no sex scenes, just some blood. And she's sitting next to me. Her kids are like 2 seats up. One's in middle school. The other one's in high school. High school is fine. Honestly, that wasn't even that bad. But every time there would be like where the girl would be like talking about eating someone out or giving head, she was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, oh my god, make it stop, oh my god, why is it so long, oh my god. She was so funny. She was dying.
No, for real.
Yeah, it was a vulgar speak. I would say that's really it.
Yeah, it was very vulgar speak for sure.
But it was like so well done. Minus that snake scene. That's the only thing that got me. Only thing that got me was the snake.
When the snake came out, you killed it. Yeah.
Other than that, I was good.
Yeah.
That got me.
I think it was an incredible movie.
That one scene was fucking unreal.
Ryan Coogler is fucking the same nigga that made this movie is the same nigga that made Black Panther.
I don't remember Black Panther. I know I saw it.
Yeah, we saw it together.
We did.
Oh my fucking god. Anyway.
No, I know I saw it. I just don't really remember what it was about or anything.
Very, very, very incredible movie. I loved how much it I mean, obviously this shit was the bottom line of the movie was to be like, you know, white people are the devil. But no, that wasn't like the main thing. But like
it
the
was
main,
very, you know,
the main point was to like it's like a very uplifting video
Yes.
movie about what.
The juke joint scene gave me goosebumps. That's what I was saying when I said that
Yeah,
one
I was gonna
scene.
get to that scene for sure. I was gonna get to that scene. Yeah. Just slow down. We gonna get there.
Right.
I loved Michael B. Jordan in this. I think that this was if he don't get no like Emmy, is it an Emmy? Golden Globe? Is it
Oscar?
Golden Globe? Oscar? I think it's Oscar. If he don't get no fucking like award off of this shit, that is fucking crazy because he literally played two people. It got to a point when I was watching the movie where I forgot that there was two separate niggas for real.
Yeah. Well, at the
Because of how,
beginning,
like-
I was like, does he have a twin? Like, I know who he is, and I had to really sit there. It's kind of like when Lindsay Lohan was like in that one movie when she was a kid, and everybody thought she had a twin. All the press were like, "Where's your sister?" And she was like, "No."
Because he played both of those roles so fucking well.
And he played them differently.
And I
which
think
was
it speaks
good.
to his ability as an actor too, because he plays such polar opposite people
Mm-hmm.
so perfectly well. I personally liked Red Hat Michael B. Jordan over the Blue Hat Michael Jordan.
Which one was
Michael B.
like the more
Jordan.
lighthearted one?
Red Hat?
Okay, I liked him.
I think
better.
that was
Stack and Smoke.
Stack and Smoke. I think Smoke was the red, and then Stack was blue.
Deja, get the fuck out of here. Deja in the live chat says, and the grills made her melt.
Loved the grill. Loved it. Loved it.
I loved that, like,
But I also
thing.
loved like how this nigga Ryan Coogler's a motherfucker. There's so many just like I did with the fucking Renaissance tour, I avoided any talk about this movie like the fucking plague because I knew I wanted to see it and I wanted to just like experience it for myself first before I get outside opinion and see what the fuck was going on. As it's not I didn't seen it already. I'm listening to other people's videos and like people's like recaps and shit like that. I'm finding bits and pieces that like I didn't even know were things back in that day. Like how historically accurate the whole shit was. Because I was like, why the fuck are these fucking Asian people down here? Mm-hmm. Like, this is fucking weird. And then I heard somebody on the podcast talk about how like there were people when it was bringing Asians in over to build the railroads and shit like that, like railroads were made in the South too. So it's like a bunch of Asian people who just like got footholds down there because like their ancestors was down there building railroads back in the day. Them niggas just fucking stayed down there.
Right.
And then it was like other little shit about how like with the grills and stuff. A lot of people back then wore like, well, not I wouldn't say. I guess you can call it a grill, whatever. Grills have a historic like foundation back in that time because back then that was like during the Reconstruction era. I think it's Reconstruction era, right after slavery and shit like that. And a lot of black people who would have assets and shit like that, a lot of people would just like buy gold and melt it down and put it in their mouth or wear it as jewelry or shit like that because like you can break in, a white man clan come through, you can break in my house and come steal my money. You can break into this place and take this shit, but like
Yeah.
you gotta take this shit out of my mouth, nigga. Like if I don't have nothing else, I at least got this chain. If I ain't got shit else, I got this gold in my mouth. I can sell that to
Wow.
like, you know what I'm saying? And I never knew that shit.
Yeah.
That's so fucking incredible. So it's just like shit like that, and then like that fucking scene in the juke joint.
Oh, that I got goosebumps. I got emotional.
I could have cried.
Yes,
at that
I got
fucking scene.
so emotional watching that.
Cause it's just like niggas really don't be like, oh my God, bro. Niggas really just be trying to act like, even to this day, and it fucking blows my fucking mind. And that's why we always gonna talk this nigga shit on this fucking podcast. And if you don't like it, hit the fucking door. Because niggas really act like we don't do shit, that we've never done nothing, that we never created nothing, that we aren't like the people who run and create and own the culture that we have nowadays, bro. Like them niggas broke it down how the fucking juke joints when niggas fucking singing in a fucking sweaty ass barn, how that morphed into the blues, how the blues turned into the fucking
Rock
the rock
and-
and funk and shit.
And
how that
dance. They
shit-
had the ballet dancer. Dance started with black people.
you know what I'm saying?
And
They
then
had
it
the-
turned into
you feel
other
me?
styles of dance.
They had the African
Yeah.
people in there. I forgot what the fuck that tribe is. That where that the shit over with the mask on the front. That dude, the one that was doing like the footwork and shit like that. There's a name for them people. But I forgot what the fuck their name was. But they had that in there. How the drums of that shit go into the drums that was going into the blues and the rock. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. How that shit morphed into like niggas starting to come up with hip hop back in the fucking 80s. How that shit morphed into like the Cali swag shit, how that shit morphed into how we got all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas think that we just be doing bullshit and just be coming up with bullshit and that we just stupid. We don't have nothing. But it's like, nigga, this shit comes from back in the fuck. We just continuing to go through our lineage, bro.
Yeah.
And I liked how much it gave so much like importance on like the blues and the Shake Shack shit, because back in that time a lot of motherfuckers was doing that, like that the catharsis of like blues, right? A lot of niggas was getting that shit from like the church music, like gospel music and shit like that. But like obviously there was niggas who just like, I'm not really fucking with the gospel shit because like that's the white man's religion. So it's like attached from the white man, we made blues. Like we made this shit just out of thin fucking air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Isn't
I
it
don't know,
crazy
bro. It's
that
just like,
isn't it crazy that, and why it's sad when you see it, but how so many, I mean, it happens in brown cultures. Brown communities are super, super religious as well, but black culture is also rooted in like so much religion. Mm-hmm. But that and like how it will literally alienate people and tear people apart, tear communities apart. But it's the white man's religion. They came into these communities and put religion onto people and forced religion onto people. And now, centuries later, we are tearing our own cultures apart for that. It's so sad to see.
yeah. I mean,
It's so crazy.
white people, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can have
So, no,
liberation as a community. Like Chelsea says, like nearly all of Jamaicans is super religious. It's like you can have such rich culture and community as communities of color, but still religion will tear you apart.
But that's also why I like that shit too, because it's showing people that, right?
Yeah.
It's showing y'all that you have culture, you have foundations and shit outside of what the fuck these niggas forced upon you,
Yeah.
right? Like the thing in America that I'm not really fucking with, I didn't fuck with a lot back in like the 2010s, 2013, shit like that, is like there was a point in time where all these fucking slave movies was coming out. Just slave movie after slave movie after slave show after slave movie. And it's like, in the beginning, I was like, okay, that's cool because it's showing the roots of like what the fuck this country did to us. And like people are learning. That's like, that could be a way for people to learn their history because they're not teaching the shit in fucking school and shit like that. But after a while, it's just like, how many times you gonna keep telling niggas that their foundation here was that they were fucking like slaves? Like,
right.
at what point are we gonna be like, hey, these slaves came from somewhere? Huh, I wonder what the fuck the niggas was doing over there.
Right.
Because a lot of people in this country, a lot of black people in this country, I feel like they think that their foundation is in slavery. Like everything that we are, everything who we began as, everything that we do, everything that we say, everything like is all because of we were these fucking slaves. It's like, no, nigga, a lot of shit that we do say and who we are is shit that we brought over from across the motherfucking pond that niggas refused to get rid of when they got over here. Niggas ain't just started braiding when they got over here. They been braiding over there. It's just they started braiding the motherfucking maps in your head when you was over here so you can tell you niggas how to get off that plantation. Niggas ain't started making fucking songs when they was just out there in the cotton field singing about how they just can't wait to get the fuck off the plantation. Now niggas been doing these drums and these rhythms.
Yeah,
and these
the
patterns
music and the dances that all came from
been
something.
from over there.
It was
You
just like
brought it over here.
used
So it's like,
to become a liberation thing. So a lot of the music that's used in liberation, a lot of the dances that's used for liberation, the culture in liberation, you didn't just like all of a sudden have those tools. They were tools and things that you had before then.
you like 808s in your rap music now because that frequency of beat has been passed down to you since your motherfucking family came from Zimbabwe, nigga.
Yeah.
Like this is in your DNA. This is not like some shit that you just came up with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's why liberation.
That's what I like. I want niggas. That's what I like about movies like this is that it's not based in you niggas with slaves and y'all came up from slaves. It's like, nah, nigga, we had shit before this too.
Yeah, that's why I like that liberation is like yes, it is so important to celebrate like the liberation days, and that's why like a lot of the Caribbean places they will celebrate the liberation day. That's the day they were free. That's the day that they were granted liberation, whatever. But I feel like there needs to be more emphasis on like what was life like, what was music like, what was the culture like before and obviously that's so long ago. There's not a lot of information on a lot of that stuff, but there is information, and there, you know, we still live in a time where some of those people are, while they're not alive, their kids are alive, or like, I feel like there needs to be more emphasis on that.
Yeah, and I mean, there is over there.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like, niggas who came up with that shit back in, I don't know, wherever the fuck it was, whatever fucking part of Africa you're from, like, those people are still there. It's not like that whole continent has been taken over.
Yeah.
It's been South America and, like, the northern parts of some places, shit like that. Like, the outskirts. But, like, in the inside, them niggas still got their fucking culture that they've always had since 1,000 years ago. Like, there's places in Africa that still, what the fuck is that place? Eritrea. It's a place in Africa called Eritrea where them niggas every day for like an hour at noon, the entire fucking city shuts down and everybody goes to eat with their family. Yeah. They've been doing that for thousands and thousands of fucking years. So it's not like it's not like these things are just like unreachable or you can't learn it. It's just that like over here, you're not getting taught that that's even an option. You know, they barely want to teach us our own fucking history in school. So it's like, why would I ever think to think back to what the fuck they be doing in Africa?
I think we looked at this once. We were talking about this in bed months ago, and I remember I was like, let me look up in Trinidad, because that's like the closest one to me. Like when Trinidad, because we were talking about oppression, and we were talking about liberation and how people, like a lot of Caribbean islands are so I don't know, patriotic is the word here, but they're so like violently Trinidadian, violently Jamaican, violently themselves.
I think patriotic is the right word.
Yeah, patriot. Like they're so passionate about like their culture, and it's like why I always say like, I always say I'm Indian, but like the food I eat, the things that I know are more Trinidad than Indian, but it's mostly like because Indian people migrated to Trinidad, but it's like Trini people are so passionate and they're so proud to be Trini. So why is that not the case here? Yes, Black people are so proud to be Black, but there's so much oppression here, and it's so intense. And it's like you can be so proud to be Black, but everything around you is telling you not to be here. So I looked up and I was like, well, who runs the government here? Who runs the government in Trinidad? Who are the people in power in Trinidad? And it was all Indian people, brown people, and Black people. One or two white people in there. But the majority were people who looked like the citizens. And I feel like that makes such a huge difference. Because
it's almost as if representation matters.
It does,
it's
right?
It's almost like you need diversity and equity and inclusion and everything.
Oh my God, guys.
Really
fun fact.
Crazy.
I watch this streamer every single night. His name is Clutchshot. He's a Fortnite streamer. And Edmund, one day I just randomly showed him to Edmund and I was like, look, like, oh yeah, this is who I watch every night. Because I always do. Edmund just hears him. Edmund was like, oh my God. Representation does matter.
It matters.
Because I was like, you know what? I didn't think of it. But yeah, like I started watching. There's a million Fortnite streamers. Of course, I'm watching the one like Indian guy. There's
the
like
brown nigga that eats curry and fucking
every night he eats curry like, every night. And I'm like, yes. There's something about him that makes me watch him. But it's because it's like I like watching people who look like me. I like living here where we live because there's people who look like me. And it made me think about that like. A lot of the oppression here is not because you guys aren't liberated. In Black communities and seeing your family, everyone is Black in this family except for me and two other people I can think of. And there's so much happiness and pride in being Black and everything, and everybody is like all of your Black friends so pro-Black, and everyone is so proud. But there's still this like feeling of less than. Why? Because everything around you that surrounds you in media, in law, in jobs, everything is telling you that you're not, that you shouldn't be liberated. Even though the governor of Michigan is white and she is pro-Black, she's pro-gay, she's pro-everything. We actually love Gretch.
She's just pro Michigan.
Big Gretch.
Michigan, she like you.
Big Gretch loves people's rights.
They was on her ass earlier because she was talking at that event yesterday where Trump came out here.
Uh-oh.
He was out here yesterday. She was talking up there. They on her motherfucking ass because they're like, why would she be there? Blah, blah, blah. Nigga, she went up there. She didn't shake this nigga hand. She didn't mention him one time in her speech.
Right.
She didn't give him no thanks for nothing. She was just like,
thanks for the platform.
Yeah, guys, we did this. Good job, guys.
Thanks for the platform. Right. So, like, as much as, like, yes, there can be a white person in power in our province.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what are we? State.
Mm-hmm. I know what you were saying.
Yeah, in the state. Sorry, guys, I'm Canadian. It's that if your leaders don't look like you, at the end of the day, they might not have the best in mind for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's another thing about the Caribbean that is so awesome is that the people in power majority look like you.
Mm-hmm.
And they know your struggle. They know who you are. And the decisions they make, unless they're Clarence Thomas, are for people like you.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And so, yeah, I just think that, I just looked it up one day and I was like, why is there so much Caribbean liberation in a way that is like so powerful? And here there's still such an energy that is not like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it made so much sense.
White country.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Black man in white country, whatever.
And I hope and I pray that we get to see, unfortunately, there's maybe lack of optimism. I don't think we will see it.
In America?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
But I think maybe generations ahead or after us might see that liberation. Hopefully.
I don't think it'll ever happen in America because the foundation of this country is to be a melting pot. So there's never going to be like
true. I guess it's not
black
in that
leadership.
areas.
There's not going to be like black. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Do you
may
think
have a
the
black
reason is there
president,
is
but,
because
like,
white people can't handle the heat?
You sure what?
White people can't like handle the heat.
Of what?
Trinidad is on the equator. Remember when I said to
yeah,
you?
they can't, nigga, them niggas will die.
That's
of
what I said.
fucking skin disease.
I said, you know why those places are liberated the way they are is because white people colonized those places and went, we can't stay here. We gotta go. Our skin cannot do this.
Hot take. Not even hot take. This is what the fuck it is. Part of why them niggas probably ain't down there is because them niggas fought the fuck back. Amen.
Listen, why is Paris Paris? Paris fights the fuck back. Yeah.
Shit, them niggas went down there thinking they was gonna have them slaves on them tobacco plantations. Them slaves said, "Nigga, bye."
Yeah. Anyway,
But yeah,
I gotta pee really bad.
I'm sure you do. Okay.
It's really bad.
Okay, and we're back.
Hey, hello.
So yeah.
Hey guys.
Good movie. Go see Sinners. It's
see Sinners.
incredible. But we're gonna go ahead and get to the portion of the show we like to call "What's on Your Heart." Is where you can write in to me or him, preferably him, because if I don't read comments, what the fuck make you think I'm gonna read a DM? Or you can go to excuse me, take two. We're going to get to the point of the show we like to call What's on Your Hearts, where you can write into me or him, preferably him, because if I don't read DMs, what makes you think I'm going to read comments? If I don't read comments, what makes you think I'm going to read DMs? I'm not doing the third take, so just take that one. Or you can take your black ass to the Discord, and you can write under the What's on Your Heart tab to write in about anything you got going on. You can tell me about what's going on at work, or if you got to get some relationship advice, or if your man be scratching his ass all the goddamn time, and every time you ask him why he scratches his ass, like, mind your fucking business. And then one day he go in the shower and you just cleaning up around the house, and you look down at his dirty ass drawers. You go, damn, what's that big ass brown streak? You realize it's a motherfucking shit streak, and you been realizing this nigga ass is fucking scratchy and itchy and musty and dusty because this bitch don't wipe his ass. So then when you go into the goddamn shower and say, hey, take this rag and put some soap on it and rub it between your ass, so he tell you, fuck you, bitch, that's why I've been fucking on your sister. Let me tell you how you should whoop his motherfucking ass and throw him out the house. Who wrote in?
What the okay. That's all right. Right. Preferably DM us on the Emmizzie Instagram.
Oh yeah, true. That.
Ever since Scoob passed, my Instagram No, I do. My Instagram audience has been so so aggressively active. responding to every story. Like, I literally at least get 100 DMs a day. I'm not even kidding.
Jesus Christ.
People are so active, and I'm so grateful. I try as much as I can to get in there, but it's a lot. But so I might miss things. But so yeah, if you ever want to do a what's in your heart, well, we will read your shit on here. It can be anonymous. Just let me know, because if not, I'll say your
You
name.
can do a voice thing as well.
Yeah. Just do that on the Emmizzie Instagram, please and thank you. All right, so this one, you don't know this one, because
No.
I read it. I was shocked.
Okay.
I'm not sure of the advice that I can give, but I was shocked.
Well, let's see. Maybe I can do something for him.
Okay. So they say, someone wrote in and said, I have a confession.
All right.
And you know what? I love a confession more than like an advice. Tell me your deepest, darkest secrets. I want to know. Because I'm not keeping it secret. I'm sharing it with all these people. I haven't told anyone this. Well, I'm telling hundreds of people, sorry. But I gotta get it off my chest. Y'all are gay. Right. What the fuck? That's crazy that you would even
Yo,
say
mama,
that.
nigga.
Right.
What the fuck?
Like, we do not adhere to that gay shit. Y'all are gay, so you may get it. I'm not going to get it because I'm not gay. I got drunk and a girl was flirting at a straight bar. I'm straight presenting and I thought, fuck it. I'm going to see because I've never fucked a bitch. The time came and we went back to hers because it was around the corner. I started to go down on her. I've never even seen a cat before IRL. Could you even imagine? The first time seeing a cat? No, I can't. I licked the lip one time and gagged. Before I could even abort mission, I puked on her kitty cat. Why did you even write it like that? Like, you are the worst. How do I tell my friends? The worst part of this whole thing is that I grabbed my shit. I grabbed my shit and ran out with the swiftness. But I forgot my phone, so I had to go back. It was waiting outside the door on the floor. So they would like to know how to tell their friends that this happened. You puked on the cat? You know what?
Fuck how you gonna tell your friends. You shouldn't have told us.
What? Listen.
Y'all gotta get no.
What? They're confiding in us.
Nicholas.
You are a straight presenting gay.
Nicholas.
And you've never seen a cat.
Nicholas.
What would you do if you licked a cat?
Nicholas. No. Y'all gotta start getting. You know what I want you to do? I want you to, next time some shit like this happen, I want you to write it down. And I want you
They wrote it down.
I want you to write it down and I want you to reread it and I want you to ask yourself, do I need to let anybody on earth know that this happened to me? Some things need to go to the grave. I don't understand what the fuck. Maybe the internet got y'all fucked up.
Nancy says, no one needs to know this. You don't say shit in the live chat.
TikTok got you fucked up. Internet, I don't know what the fuck it is, got you fucked up. You need to hold things together and keep it together. Which is going to get me to my second portion. Bitch, you fucking butterfingers. How did you drop your fucking phone?
Right. No, in the panic. I just puked. You have to be in their shoes. You puked on a bitch and you've never even seen a cootie cat in your life. You're in shambles. You're also drunk and you just puked on a woman's cootie cat. You're running and you're leaving.
Okay, so if you left the phone, you leave that motherfucker.
Yeah, true.
I'm not going back.
No.
I just threw up on her coochie. She probably got a dog ass infection off that.
No, a BV or something. She needs to see a doctor.
Liquor puke?
Did you get her number?
Vodka infused poop.
Oh my.
Puke.
Oh,
Vodka.
you shit in her coochie? Oh, hell no.
Listen, Hennessy infused throw up in your vagina.
No, vagina.
In your burjay.
It burned. No, it burned.
Oh, it's burning you for a few days, sister.
Yeah.
Them lips are cooked.
Yeah. Yes. One time I sprayed cologne in my asshole and it hurt. I couldn't imagine vodka on the coochie.
Literally, report it stolen and get a new one.
Yeah.
Her pH balance is obliterated.
No, just stomach acid on the cooch.
Boils on her shit.
No,
now.
that's fucked up.
That's fucking crazy, and I can't believe you ruined that lady's life. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh my God, no! No! It's okay. It's okay. I feel for you. I think that's so traumatizing. Yeah. You know, I don't have advice. But here's the thing. I've been through many terrible things, okay? I got fisted by the Hulk one time when I got the dildo stuck in my butthole. I went through things, and I told my friends, and it's a funny story now. I think how you go about telling your friends is that even though you are traumatized and you are not LOLing, you need to go into that conversation LOLing. Because I was traumatized when my shit got fucking rocked. But guess what? I decided to make it an LOL, and now I laugh today. I still have the hospital bracelet in my wallet. I don't know why I've never got rid of it.
You do. That's really crazy.
Yeah, it happened when I was
Like you remember
21.
your
It's been
boyfriend when he fisted
it's
you?
been 14 years almost, and I have the hospital bracelet. Yeah. Memories. You just got to go in LOL, make it a big joke, make it a big LOL, and never go near. Did you gag because it stunk, or because it was a coochie? Because you know what? Maybe her pH balance was off before.
You might be onto something.
Because everybody likes a little roast beef sandwich, but it doesn't make what? It's not like it looks crazy.
Hey, we not about
It probably just smelled. What?
We not about to just slide past the fact you said roast beef.
So what do you have to say? I think we should go past it.
Because why did you even say that from the get?
Because they don't look crazy.
We gonna keep up. We gonna keep moving for you. We get too far. Go ahead.
I think everybody's seen a little roast beef curtain.
Never seen beef curtains. I can guarantee you that. I've seen a lot of shit in my days. Never that.
Well, you are the straight presenting male. I've eaten hoo-ha. You have not. Have you even seen one in real life?
Fuck no.
Really?
No.
Oh my God.
Not one time.
That's crazy. Do you think you would puke?
I don't know, because I would never be in that situation. I get it now.
Do you know what I mean?
I get it.
That's why you have to be in his shoes, because who knows?
I get why you say that now.
Because like,
Yeah.
I feel bad for him. I understand that you are like, bitch, you should never tell anybody, but
Can we back up a little bit? You said you ate some coochie with the beef flaps on there?
many. Every girl I dated, I did.
Does it taste like bulgogi?
To be honest, it tastes like nothing really. Sometimes it can be. It's honestly like a. It's like a ween. It can be a little salty.
That shit look like beef bulgogi in pictures, dog. I ain't gonna lie.
Deja in the live chat. Edmund in the corner now. They don't taste weird. It just tastes like nothing, to be honest.
Woo. Okay. Well,
But they can smell a little crazy. But to be fair, so can weens.
So can weens, and sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes the smell don't matter.
Yeah.
Sometimes the smell should be there. Sometimes you like a little smell.
Yeah, it just depends. But you have to put yourself in their shoes. If you saw one for the first time, you were like, I'm all in. And her pH balance was fucked up. You went down there. What now? And you're drunk, so you're already so nauseous. But you're the end of your drunk.
I mean, I guess, bro. But it's just like...
Okay, Chelsea, you're done in the live
Chelsea
chat.
said
No,
someone-
you're done. Don't even read that out loud. Hot dog water. What the hell is wrong with you? See, and this is what we get for having a live chat. Because most podcasts, 99.9% of podcasts, you don't have a live chat. You don't have people chiming in. And you know what our audience does? They say, oh, fish and hot dog water. I swear to God.
Hey, man, look. I want to go back to this person and just remind y'all that, like, some of you niggas show that you wouldn't be good to do robberies with because you couldn't even get your phone out of the person's house on your way out. Like, in the panic, you're supposed to be focused.
You leave your wallet everywhere. You left your hat at the gym last week. You don't remember shit. You think in that moment you're remembering your phone?
Fuck yeah, I remember my phone everywhere I go. Fuck yeah.
I feel like you could
cost
forget.
Too much.
I feel like you could forget.
Nah, I'm old school black. If it costs too much money, I don't forget it. I'm blackity black, bitch. That shit costs $1,000. Ain't the fuck way I'm leaving that nowhere.
Okay. Right.
Hey, that was 30. I'll buy another one of those.
Right. Okay. All right. So my advice as a person who cares about your well-being here at the Emmizzie podcast is make a joke out of it, even if you don't think it's funny, and it will become funny. And many a year down the line, it will be a funny story. And I pray that you never run into her ever again. Don't you dare go to that bar ever again.
Oh, you can never go to that district.
Oh my God, you have to officially go to bars outside of you're not even allowed to drink anymore, actually.
If it's a Sunoco across the street from it, you gotta go to the next. Better go to the BP.
Yeah, it's
Valero. Like you not going.
You're not allowed to do any shopping within that radius.
Get a biscuit from the motherfucking Tim Hortons.
Not a hot dog on the fucking hot dog rotator at the gas station.
That's
no,
over.
You're done. You can't even go for a walk.
And burn that outfit in case just so happen that bitch see you somewhere with that same outfit on.
I hope you didn't give her your number. If you did, you should ask how she's doing and apologize.
Yeah, you owe her some money.
You should apologize for sure.
I think Deja said she would have made him pay the medical bill.
Right.
Anyway, that's been the Emmizzie. That's been the Emmizzie episode. Emmizzie What is the name of this
has
show?
Been the Emmizzie podcast. Thank you. Thank you for listening. I hope you loved it. This is our second episode back after the hiatus, and we're just getting started. We have talked about merch. We are getting merch.
Yeah,
super exciting, guys.
So listen, if you're not in a Discord, get in a Discord because we're gonna do some like back and forth. I'm gonna do some litmus tests. I'm gonna fucking throw some shit out. Y'all gonna give me some shit back. What's wrong with my voice today? I'm gonna throw some shit out. Y'all gonna give me some shit back, and then we gonna bounce about do that shit like that. Right? I got some ideas, and I want y'all to tell me if they sound good or not. Not all. I'm not gonna tell you everything. Obviously, some shit gotta be a surprise.
We do have some funny ones. Yeah. We have some merch gonna happen. We are also elevating the experience here for like the final episode, or sorry, like the post episode and the live. Like we're gonna have stuff to break up each segment, just stuff to make it like more visually appealing, I guess. Like we're still gonna talk shit and do what we normally do, but just some good stuff coming. We're excited.
And if you would like to help out, donate to $. What's your Cash App?
Nicholas Emmizzie. That's it.
On Cash App.
Nicholas Emmizzie. Thank you.
Okay.
And we have a clips channel. We should have said that at the beginning, but I forgot.
I forgot.
Yeah. A clips channel. It is also linked in the link tree for the Emmizzie podcast. It will be below, and it will have the What's on Your Heart segment for every single week. So if you want to write a What's on Your Heart, and you could be also posted on YouTube.
If you just here for the show, this nigga do live streams every day.
Yes, I live stream every day on this
Twitch
channel for the podcast as well. But yeah, cute. Subscribe to my OF.
That as well.
We're back now. Okay, I had to take a hiatus. I couldn't get bricked up because that was sad. But we're good now.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't need to say that, but I'm gonna leave.
All right. Yeah, I'm about to go eat. Bye.
Bye.